Today we're going to be creating an artwork for the new year and use complementary colors inside of it. To begin our artwork, we're going to take the top of our paper and fold it down to the bottom. Match up your edges and then press down across that middle to create the fold. Open your paper back up and smooth it out so that we can do the next step. You're going to take the long side of the paper this time and fold it across, match up your corners and your edges, and then crease the paper right down the middle. Open it up and smooth it out. We are still going to be drawing on this paper even though it's a little bit folded. This gave us 4 boxes. Use your pencil or your marker and trace over those fold lines. Your paper will look like a window when you're finished. Now we have to add our numbers for the year. Make sure there's lots of space around your numbers. Now that it's after January 1st, it's now officially 2021. So in our first box, you want to add a 2. Move over to the next one and add a big 0. And move down to add another 2 and a number 1 in your last box. Now we're going to make them blocker bubble numbers. Watch closely. We're going to begin with the 2 at the top. Go to the back of the bottom and add a little tail down. Follow back towards the front of the number and then use your pencil and follow along your guideline until you get back up the curve and around and close off their foot. This is going to turn that number into a shape. You're going to add a baby 0 inside of your big 0. Do the same step with your number 2 on the bottom. And then for our last number, there's a few options. We can start off and add on the top flag and then move down with a straight line to add on the body. You can either close it off or you can add on a little pedestal for your number 1. Now we can create our background designs. You can use any type of line to create stripes behind your numbers. I'm going to stick to using wavy lines. In my other 2 boxes, I'm going to use zigzag lines to create my background. Make sure that you give yourself enough space in between your line designs. If you do too many of them, it's going to take forever to color your artwork. Now it's time to add color. I'm planning on using crayons, but you can use any art material you have available at home. We're going to need the complementary color pairs for this artwork. We've seen color wheels before in art class, but complementary colors are colors that are complete opposites. They are across from each other on the color wheel. You're going to need red and green, orange and blue, and yellow and purple. You can start laying out where you want to use your complementary color pairs. Our complementary colors are going to fill in our background stripes created by whichever type of line you chose to create your designs. Start alternating the colors in a pattern within your stripes. Make sure you switch your complementary color pair as you move on to your next box. Double check for white spaces as you move on. When you jump down to your bottom squares, you're going to notice that you're out of complementary color pairs since there are only 3 complementary color pairs on our rainbow color wheel. For your last box, you can always choose your favorite complementary color pair and repeat it. For me, I chose to repeat the blue and orange because they are my favorite. Double check that all of your white spaces have been filled in before you decide that you're finished. Great job! You're all done.